Alright, so today we're going to be ranking the Disney movies from the golden age of Disney. This includes 5 movies, including Dumbo, Fantasia, Bambi, Snow White, and Pinocchio. And I'm really going to get into this. I have 10 minutes to record this, so let's get going. In last place, we have Fantasia. Now, I know Fantasia has such good animating, but it doesn't have a clear story. Fantasia was not going for a story. They were going to show off their animation. And that's really what I don't like about the movie. The movie's fine, but it's just not intended for me. I don't usually watch these kind of movies for the animation. I like a clear story where characters grow, and Fantasia did not really give that to me. Now, there are some sequences, like the Mickey Mouse sequences, that's iconic, we all know that. But there's not really anything I can relate to in the story. It's just, it was made to show off the animation. It's a good movie, but it's just not for me. In fourth place, we have Dumbo. Now, following from Bambi, Bambi was very nicely animated. It had a huge budget with it. Dumbo did not have a big budget. Following 2 very weak box office failures, they had to really lower down the budget, and you could see that in Dumbo. But the animation might have not been that good. The story was quite good. I really liked the story. But it's one of Disney's very, very short movies. And one of their most short films. And I think that kind of ruins the story because everything happens a bit too quick. It's filled with a bit of cliches. I like the story, don't get me wrong. But I think there was way more to be wanted from this film. And I did not receive that. So Dumbo is in place 4. Now, moving up to my third placement, we actually have Bambi. Now, Bambi is a heart-touching story. It came off a big budget success from Snow White. They had a lot of money made of that. And it had such a huge budget that they were able, the animation was gorgeous. I really liked the animation. The story was quite good as well. We all know the scene, the orphan scene. Yeah, we all know that. But other than that, the story is good, but it's quite mediocre. They were really trying to go with animation here, and it shows. Don't get me wrong, it shows. But the story, rather than the first half was good, but then when it gets to the climax, it just kind of slows down. And some parts of the movie are very good, but some parts are really mediocre. And if we're talking about very good films, this could go into it, but it's more mediocre. That's why Bambi is actually in 3rd place. Now, for my 2nd place, this is miles ahead of my 3rd placement, and that is Pinocchio. Now, Pinocchio was the 2nd movie in the Golden Age, so it had the biggest budget, twice the amount of Snow White. The animation, gorgeous. Story, gorgeous. I really like the connection that Pinocchio had with his maker. Amazing. The climax of the story, amazing. The beginning of the story, amazing. The middle of the story, amazing. I just love the whole thing. I really like the story it told. and how Pinocchio progressed through the whole story. You really get to like feel the characters. We get to view the characters, which I really liked. I have no specific bad comments about this movie. It's just I feel like the first on this list, you could probably know by now, is so iconic. But Pinocchio just has this feel. I love it so much. And some points, it's higher than the first movie on this list. But I'm gonna give it to it. So, as you know, first place is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Um, this is quite an easy placement for me because it's the first movie that really kick-started Disney, if you don't count Steamboat Willie. But that's not that unofficial movie. I feel like this has the story, this has the budget, although it's not much. This probably has the best story. I love the villain. I love the apple scene. Although some parts might be cliche, like the prince scene, he kisses her and she wakes up from her death. I don't mind that since it was made way back before that was considered cliche. And I actually can resonate with this movie. I really like it. The Seven Dwarves are amazing characters. With each of them having their own personalities and character traits, which mostly every person can resemble to one of them. And I just really like how the story went. Other than that, it was the first one, so it did kickstart Disney. So I have nostalgia for it. And when I've rewatched these movies to make this, I really felt the nostalgia because I was read that story when I was young, and I had these images in my head, and I feel like this movie recreated them. Now I watched it like a couple of years ago for the first time, and it was exactly like it was in my head. And that's why I feel like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is in first place. If you've enjoyed my ranking of the Disney movies from the Golden Age, please drop a like. And next video I'll be doing the wartime movies of Disney, and I don't know how I feel about those. Most of them are very mediocre, with one kind of okay, so that will be a ride. Comment down below your ranking so I can read them. And yeah, have a nice day. Watch Disney.